Welcome to the Dr. Dare Show. My name is Dr. Frederick Dare. I am a therapist here in Atlanta, Georgia, and welcome to my channel. But before we get started, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Yes, you subscribe. Like this video, share it, and click the little bell at the bottom of the screen so that you will get updates of when I upload new content. We usually cover hot topics of mental health issues. Today is no different. And today's topic is, would you seek revenge on your teenage brother's killer, the Tityana Coppage Case? Would you seek revenge on your 16-year-old brother's killer, the Tityana Coppage Case? So, let me give you a little background though. So, this took place in Kansas City, Missouri. So, I'll start with the 16-year-old brother's death. So, on January 10th, Jason Ugwa Jr. was walking from a BP gas station. I'm assuming he was walking with friends, minding their own business, walking, I guess, back home from the gas station. Shots rang out. Jason gets shot. The friends and Jason make it to the house, but then Jason dies. So Jason dies. This happened in 2016. And so Jason's sister is Tityana. And so on January 13th, allegedly, Tityana shot and killed Keith Lars, right? Keith Lars. So Keith Lars is a L-A-R-S, is a suspect in the death of Tityana's 16-year-old brother Jason. But Tityana's family not only struggled with this traumatic event, but in 2016, her, I think it was her, 8-year-old brother Jaden Ugwa and her 9-year-old cousin Montel Ross were shot and killed. Some articles that I read said that they were sleeping in the house, and some articles said they were in there playing video games. But anyway, they were minding their business. They're 8 and 9-year-old kids. Someone shot into the house, killing them both. And so, so back to the current story. So Keith Lars is a suspect. I don't know all the details of why he's a suspect, but apparently Tityana believed that this person is the person that killed her brother Jason. So allegedly, she shot him as Keith and I guess a friend or an associate were walking, and allegedly Tityana shot at Keith and killed him, and yeah, and that's why we're here. And so that's why my question was, would you seek revenge on your 16-year-old brother's killer? And not only did once she killed him, they found a bunch of texts that stated that she kind of texted her, I guess her 16-year-old brother's phone, saying, I owed you this body, or basically saying, I killed this person because he killed you. In my own words. I didn't see that anywhere. The text, that's what the text is. And all this is allegedly. And so, it's a very, very sad story, but my point is, as a therapist, that trauma and grief, because there's a lot of people who are commenting on this story that I found on this other website, but they're commenting, and I'll read some of those for you, but trauma and grief is very difficult. People don't realize it. When you lose someone suddenly, that's trauma, but then you have to process trauma, not only trauma, but you have to process grief as well. So you're dealing with these two big items. And so people do react differently. And a lot of people were on Tityana's side. Some of them said, as she should, police don't give a beep about us and was never going to do anything. Number two, another person says, not number two, she's innocent. And then another person says, my heart goes out to her. This is not premeditated. It's part of her trauma. I pray an amazing defense attorney takes this case. She deserves a defense that will understand how to explain this to a jury and get the right experts. Then someone called her a warrior goddess. Somebody says free her. And someone says she did what she had to do. Another person says, I pray she gets off. Sis has experienced some major trauma. Exactly, and that's my point of this video. Like, I want people to know when you lose someone unexpectedly, that's trauma, right? And so then you're not only having to process that, you have to process the grief as well. And I'll keep reiterating that because I don't think a lot of people realize that you have two things to deal with, not just one. Someone else says, it's not right, but it's right. Sad though, but people are tired of losing loved ones to violence. And I did see an article that in St. Louis, Missouri, there is a lot of gun violence. There is a lot of people being killed by guns. I pray for this community. I pray for this family. You're in my prayers. I pray for both families. I'm not here to judge. I'm here to bring light to trauma. And it does impact people differently. And grief does impact people differently. I don't know what I would do if one of my 16-year-old nephews or nieces was killed with gun violence like this. This is horrible. And people, we have to respect each other. We have to respect the human life. It is very important, you know. And what we don't realize, you kill someone, you kill them, you sent them to somewhere, because no one knows what happens after death. You've killed this person, but then not only have you taken them out of here, but you've impacted the family. Like, this poor family has lost 2 kids, basically babies, 8 and 9-year-olds, and then a 16-year-old was a baby, hadn't even started to live his life. And this is sad. We have to stop with the violence. So I get what everybody's saying. I'm not condoning violence. I'm just saying I don't know how I would react to this. I don't know how, no one knows how they would react to this if put into the shoes of Tityana. So let us think about that. Let us, I know everybody has their gun rights and all of that stuff, but something has to be done. This is really sad. And I pray for the Ugwa family, and I hope I am pronouncing your name correctly. If I'm not, please excuse me. Even Tityana Coppage. So prayers are with the family. Prayers are with this community. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe to the Dr. Dare Show so that you will get all the updates of what's going on. And Tityana is in jail on. She's accused of, what's her charges here? I know, 2nd-degree murder, I believe, and armed criminal action. Yeah, 2nd-degree murder and armed criminal action. So praying for the family, praying for their situation. Again, not here to judge, not here to advocate for violence, but I honestly, I don't know what I would do. I pray for both families on both sides. Anyway, check out other Dr. Dare shows, and thank you for listening, and I am out.